to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace and love to say, take to the brothers that teaching the word in sincerity and in truth all across the four corners of the earth. We the Mississippi camp. We got a quick lesson on faith and how like some it's some spiritual power that you can get, and we finna hope you be edified. What's the name of the lesson though?
The power of faith.
Yeah, the power of faith. Yeah. So faith is amazing, man.
Because we're coming into some times where everything else is going to lose value. And the only thing that will be any value in that day, is faith. All right, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Because through faith, we are opened up to a whole different perspective. Without faith, you're limited. That's why we finna see people make some impulsive, some rash decisions in the time to come, because they're limited because of their lack of faith. Through faith, all right, like the scriptures say, anything is possible, man. Matter of fact, let's get that in Matthew 19, start like at 22, Cause hey, we finna come into some times where, we're gonna need, the unthinkable to happen to get us through,
A miracle per se.
Yep.
It's Matthew 19 and 22. Show it 22. It said, but when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful. Let me start at the top.
Nah, you keep
okay.
Reading that.
For having great possession.
Yep. So this was matter of fact, you can start at the top. Yep, because it's gonna go into the commandment. Start at like start at 16. Yep.
All right. It's Matthew 19 and 16.
Yep.
And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do?
Yep.
That I may have eternal life.
So you have, this Israelite man come to Yahweh Shai, and he's asking, what he should do, to receive eternal life. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good?
Go ahead.
There is none good but one. There is God.
Yep.
Most High.
Yep. Go ahead.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He said unto him, which Yahweh Shai Mashiach said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father, thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yeah, so he's inquiring, Yahweh Shai, what he need to do, like what do the things I need to do to receive this eternal life, that you preach of, And Yahweh Shai was telling him, he started off with telling him to keep the commandments, and he was giving him a rundown, of commandments to keep, So this young rich ruler, this is how he responds, all right, to Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And the young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?
Yep.
Yahweh Shai said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me.
Yeah, so now, the young ruler, he says, I'm doing those things. I'm keeping the commandments. So Yahweh Shai, he was like, bet, now go sell all you got and follow me. And that's when we're going to see, all right, that he didn't have the faith. You see, because keeping the commandments is good. We rehearse the righteous acts, man. We keep them to the best of our ability, man. But keeping the commandments ain't going to get us through these times, that we coming into, man. It's going to have to be faith, man. All right? Having fringes, not going to get you through these times, man. It's going to be how you built within. And that's that faith that's within. That's what's going to get us through, man. And Yahweh Shai, hey, he put him in he put him in a situation, you know, where he had to apply faith. You know, and we gonna all be put in situations where we gonna have to apply faith. That's all we gonna have. We gonna have to apply faith, man. When your job makes the vaccine mandatory for you to continue your employment, we gonna be put in the same situation as the young ruler. Because how do we pay for everything that we got? Through these jobs. You know? So there's gonna come a time where we can't work no more because of what we believe, because of following your house shot, and we're gonna be in the same situation, man. All right, and you can have the T-shirt with the fringes on, you know. You can have the Rams horn in the car, you know. But if you don't have the faith, you know, you ain't gonna make it. You know. Go ahead.
23.
Yep.
And then Yahushua said, and then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, because someone who has substance, you know, it's going to be harder for him to deny those things, you know, for Yahushua. Now, there are going to be brothers that have, you know, that are well off, you know, that are going to make it through. But it said hardly. It's not going to be that often. That's going to be, you know, the few exceptions, you know, the elect, you know, they have particular things in this world, but they're going to, you know, sacrifice it, man, for the sake of Yahushua. You know, go ahead.
24. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle.
Now, in church, you know, we thought we were talking about, you know, this big, huge camel trying to go through a sewing needle, you know, but when you understand Eastern culture, you know, the way that they had the cities walled off, all right, for like for a fortress sake, you know, you would have just a little opening, and the camel, you know, would have to get on all fours to go through that needle. And it was very hard to get a camel to do that. You know, it was a hard task, you know. So Yahushua was like, you know, for a rich man to come into the kingdom, you know, it'd be
difficult.
It'd be difficult. You know, it's a better chance for you to get that camel to go through the eye of a needle or that little opening within the wall. You know? Go ahead.
24. He says, for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. 25. It says, when his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved?
Go ahead.
But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible.
Yep.
But with the Most High, all things are possible.
And that's the perspective that you have with faith. All things are possible, man. You know, you look at every situation different when you go into it with a faith-based mentality, man. You know, you understand all things are possible. You understand who's in full control of each and every situation. You see, a lot of people gonna be so shook in these times, you know, because they're not gonna go in with that mindset of faith, believing that all things are possible through Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. You know, and it's gonna cause them to buckle and eventually bow down to this beast system, man. You know, because they're not gonna see any other way, man. You know, if you're not being conditioned, you know, to forsake this place, you know, when the time comes where we have to forsake it, you know, it's gonna be very hard for the majority of our people to do, man. You know? Yeah, get that Sirach.
This Sirach 25 and 12.
James 2 and 5.
The fear of the Most High.
No, you got it.
Alright, this is Sirach 25 and 12. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of his love.
Yeah, the fear of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah is the beginning of his love. You know, having a reverence. Hey, because through fear, that makes you take heed to the word. You know? That's what makes you listen, man. You know? What makes you not eat pork? You know? Because it's written in the word. Because you have a fear of what's written. Because you know, this is not pleasing unto Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. So the fear is the beginning. Because the fear, that's what gets your attention. You see, when someone is in fear, you have their attention. You know, then you can give them instructions, man. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying it too. In love, in the world, the word love is an action. It's not like a feeling. If I love you, brother, I'm gonna do something to show you I love you.
Right.
You feel I love. Love is an action.
Right.
I mean, that's how you love somebody by your actions. Say, like, and then people fail to realize about the word love. Love is an action. So you're gonna do what it would take to please the Lord. You know what I'm saying? To please the Lord by
your actions.
By your actions. All right. And faith is the beginning of cleaving unto Him.
And faith is the beginning of cleaving unto Him, man. You know, because the situation that we go through, and we go through it, you know, applying faith, you know, that grows us closer to Yahweh Bashem Shai. You know, because we understand who got us through. And even before we went through, we knew He was going to make a way. So when it happened, that gets you that much closer to Yahweh Bashem Shai. And we're being built up for these times.
It get more strong and more bigger.
Yep. You know, it's like working actual muscle, man. You know, you keep working that same muscle, all right, them same muscle groups, you know, you're going to get them results. And see, we're going to need to be, you know, in tip-top, you know, strength when it comes to faith in the times that we coming into, man. You know, you got it, bro.
All right, this James 2 and 5.
Yep.
It says, "Hearken, my beloved brethren.
Yep.
Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?"
Yeah, so the Most High chose the poor of this world, you know, the poor in status, you know,
right.
Poor, you know, not having, you know, just abundance and overflowing of money. You know, like I said, you have brothers that's well off, but, you know, no one, you know, is multi-millionaires and, you know, just have the abundance of this world's good, man. You know? So the Most High chose the poor of what this world would consider poor, you know, because now if you don't make $100,000, you ain't shit. Yeah, you poor. You know, and you got probably, you know what I'm saying, few brothers that make that, you know, but that's why I say hardly shall a rich man, because it's gonna be very few, you know. But at the end of the day, the Most High chose the poor of this world rich in faith, man. See, being rich in faith, all right, right now,
it'll way out.
Yeah,
it'll way out being rich with 100,000 in the bank, right?
Yeah, it's gonna balance out, because right now, you know, people are not in position where they have to apply faith, because they know how they gonna eat every day. You know, they know, all right, that they got a check coming in from the government, or whether it's, you know, from the job. You see, these things are certainties right now. But see, when this place collapse and those things go away, you know, then that's when the currency of faith is going to kick in, because mercy is, hey, we going to need mercy, man. The only way to purchase mercy in these times is going to be through faith, man.
That's
you
it.
know?
Your money came back. Your tangible possessions.
Hosea 10 and 12. You got it, bro.
We keep going.
That was this on 5. Yeah, get that Hosea 10 and 12.
Hosea 10 and 12. Sow to yourself in righteousness, weep in mercy.
Yeah, sow to yourselves in righteousness, man, so we can reap in mercy. You see, we're doing things now that's pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Shai, and we do it in faith, you know, hoping that we would reap mercy. You see, so faith, you know, is building up that spiritual bank account, man. All right, and we're going to need plenty of mercy in the time to come. But see, it's through faith we do these things, you know, because the scriptures say without faith it's impossible to please the Most High, you know. So through faith we're doing things that's pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Shai, and in the time of calamity we want to reap in mercy, man. You know, like they got stocks and trades. Well, in the times we coming into, we want to be able to trade our faith in for mercy, man. You know, in these times, man. Go ahead.
Break up your fallow ground.
Your fallow ground, yep. And that's going into your mind, you know, because your mind, you know, is likened unto a vineyard, you know, and this word is like seeds that's planted, right. You know, but you got to break up your fallow ground, man. You know, that mindset, all right, that carnal mindset, you know, that we was bred to have in this world, in this society, man. You know, they got to be broken up, all right. And then faith got to be planted, man. You know, and instructions of righteousness got to be planted, man. You know, go ahead.
For it is time to seek Yahweh Shai
Yep.
till he come and reign righteous upon you.
Yeah, so we're in a time now seeking the Lord, you know, and through faith, all right, and obedience and discipline, you know, that's how we seek the Lord, man. Being in His Word, being in tune with the prophecies, man, you know, separating more and more from this world and getting more and more into the Word, man. You know, that's seeking Yahweh by Shema Shai. You know, that one-on-one time you spend with Yahweh by Shema Shai, that's you seeking Him. You know, when you're watching these videos, listening to these videos, you're seeking Yahweh by Shema Shai. You're seeking more insight, man. You know, until He rain righteousness on you. You know, and that's the time that we coming into where the Lord is finna rain righteousness on His elect, man. It's gonna begin with mercy, favor, and then that deliverance, man. You know, that was it.
I got one. Limitation 3. I'm starting 22. Yep. It is of Yahweh Shai mercy that we are not consumed because His compassion faileth not.
Yep, man, because it's the mercy of the Lord that we even still, you know, that we're still here, man. You know, and He, you know, put that, you know, that decree in the earth, you know, the longer the sun and the moon endure, the Israel, you know, would not cease, man.
Right.
You know, letting us know, man, that He will always preserve, you know, His people, man. You know, go ahead.
They are new every morning.
Yep.
Great in His faithfulness.
Yep.
Verse 24. The Most High is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in Him.
Yep.
Verse 25. The Most High is good unto them that wait for Him.
Yep.
To the soul that He seek. To the soul that seek Him.
Yep. And He said, "The Lord is my portion. I will wait in Him." You know, because going to the Lord is our portion. You know, that's what we invest in. You know, see these people. You know, their portion is guns. You know, their careers. You know, their wisdom, their worldly wisdom. You see, that's their portion. But see, our portion is of Yahweh by Shema Shai. You know, and with that, we have everything, man. You know, because that's where the favor gonna come from in these days to come. That's where the mercy gonna come from. Because Esau, Edom, he's gonna go on a rampage, a slaughterhouse, man.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's where your faith is. Your faith is in Yahweh Shai. He gonna deliver you. He gonna take care of you. And that's what it is. You gotta have faith in Yahweh Shai. If you don't believe you don't believe he not gonna save you, what you doing this for? You basically you have no faith. In that case, you might well just going back to the world. Because if you don't trust in Him, it said what it say? It said the Most High is my portion, said my soul. Therefore, I will hope in Him. So we hoping in Yahweh Shai. We put our faith in Him. We trust Him. We believe in Him. We believe that He gonna come back and save us and take us out of this place. We believe He gonna feed us. We believe He gonna protect us. And we also believe that in the end of this thing, He gonna Lord, we be poor elect. He gonna give us everything that He said unto us. Cause you know, and that's the faith that we have in Him. Cause we know, and some people don't have faith. Some people don't even believe in Yahweh Shai. Some people believe in themselves. Some people believe that they done everything on their own. But guess what? The brothers in the truth, we believe in Yahweh Shai. We hope in Him. We have patience and we believe in Him.
Proverbs 11 and 18. It says the wicked worker a deceitful work, but him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward.
Him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. You know, and we got to see and believe in precepts like that, man. That changed your life. Hey, that's the thing about faith. You know, you can read a precept and it can change your whole life, man. You know, you can read something and it gives you a whole new outlook on life, man. You know, because it's all through faith. You know, this word, you know, like the scriptures say, being mixed with faith, you know, this is the game changer, man. You know, you got it, bro.
This Romans 5:1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High through our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
Read again, Bible.
I this Romans 5:1.
Yep.
Therefore, being justified by faith.
Being justified by faith, man. You know, hey, your faith is gonna make you justified, man. That's what's gonna make us justified, man. When we willing, you know, to put ourselves in a situation that looks crazy to this world, you know, that doesn't look rational, doesn't seem logical to somebody of this world, you know, but we do those things for Yahweh Shai. That's what's gonna have us justified, man. You know, hey, the Most High, you know, His Son Yahweh Shai, they're looking at the believers, man, and they say he walked off on his job for my name's sake. You know, he you know, his family left and he still believed. He kept his integrity. All right, I wiped out the majority. I let most of his family get slaughtered. He still believed. You know, that's what's gonna have us justified in these times, man. Is to keep the faith, man. You know, through these times. You know, that was in.
Yeah, I get the Hebrew, but it mixed with faith.
Okay, come on, get
I got
that.
You gonna keep going this one? Romans?
Nah, you finished.
Yeah, I finished verse 1 that you want to do.
Read two. Yeah.
Alright, this is Romans 5:2. By whom also we have access by faith.
We have access by faith. You see, this what gives you access to that power, man. It's through faith. You know, Peter was able to walk on water because of his faith. It's when he started doubting, that's when he started sinking. You know, but when he fully believed, he had access to the power. He was able to, you know, manipulate the elements, man. You know, so it's through faith that we have access, man. You know, you got it, bro.
To by whom also we have access by faith.
Yep.
Into His grace, wherein we stand.
Yep.
And rejoice in hope of the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Hey, and so we rejoice, you know, within this faith, man, because faith, you know, it goes from hoping to really anticipate, man. You know, because right now we just wait, man. We watching, observing, seeing what's going on, but see, we're waiting, you know, for the Lord to show Himself more and more in the earth in these times, man. You know, we rejoice in it, man. So faith, like I say, faith is a form of power, man. You know, and everybody don't have it, man. You see, that was it. Yep, you get Jordan, you get that.
This Hebrews 4:2.
Yep.
It says, "For unto us was the gospel preached,
Yep.
as well as unto them."
Yeah, so the gospel is preached to all our people. All our people have heard this word, man, whether they walk by, you know, whether they clicked on the video for a few seconds, you know, a few minutes. You see, whether somebody they personally knew was trying to tell them about the word. You see, all our people have heard the word, you know, but it's going to show you what the difference was, man. Go ahead.
He says, "But the word preached did not profit them,
Yeah, it didn't profit them. Why didn't it profit all of Israel? Go ahead.
not being mixed with faith."
Not being mixed with faith. You see, because you can hear this word, and if it's not mixed with faith, this will be foolishness to you, man. You know, brothers talking about chariots. You see, brothers talking about being the next kings in this earth. You know, if you don't have faith in what's written, it'd be foolish to the boy bugged out.
Yeah.
Man. You know, but see, when it's mixed with faith, it makes perfect sense, man. You know, go ahead.
Mixed with faith in them that heard it.
Yep. So it's all about it being mixed with faith. You know, that's the difference between, you know, the believers and the non-believers, the elect and the non-elect. It's gonna be that faith, man. You know. Nah, you had. I thought you had something.
Yeah, I had some Luke.
Yeah.
I did Luke 18:8.
Yeah.
And I tell you that He revenged them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man coming, shall He find faith on earth? And that's what it is. The Lord want Yahweh Shai want people to have faith in Him and His Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So when He come back, He want people. He want the elect to have faith in Him, because the 2/3 not going to have faith in Him, because 2/3 do not believe in Yahweh Shai. So He wanted, like the brother said, if you walk off your job and not taking the vaccine or taking and you believe He gonna save you, He gonna protect you, That's faith right there. And if you do it to the end, and you put you give your all to him, and you know say you got just give it up to him. Just give it up, everything. I'm gonna put everything in your hand. That's your faith that you trust in him. He that's kind of faith the Lord is looking for. He's not looking for, oh, I believe him sometime. Well, yeah. No. That right there, Lord said he gonna spew you out. That's a lukewarm shit. That mean you trust him, but you don't. He don't want that. He wants you to be all about him and only him.
Alright, it's 2 Corinthians 4 and 13. We having the same spirit of faith according as it is written.
We have the same spirit of faith according as it is written. Go ahead.
I believe and therefore I have spoken.
Hey, I believe and therefore I have spoken. You see? Because faith, you see the brothers out there teaching and preaching, that is based on faith.
Yeah. Right.
Faith is a spirit. It said we have the same spirit of faith. All the believers have that same spirit of faith. You know, it's something within each believer, each member of the elect, you know, that when this word goes out, you know, it does something to their spirit. You see, and it doesn't have the same effect in those that don't believe because they don't have their faith. Right. They didn't get their gift. Faith. You know, Ephesians 2 and 8. Yep.
Yeah, and it says, I believe and therefore I have spoken.
Yep.
We also believe and therefore speak.
Yeah, so all the men that you see that truly, you know, sincerely believe, you know, they're going to speak things according to faith, man. You know, because you have Israelites that know they're Israelites, even call themselves teachers. They're not pushing faith, man. Yeah. You know, they're not taking the stance when it comes to a particular thing. You see, the things that require faith, they dancing, man. All right? When it comes to the Maxine, ISUPK, they telling you to go ahead with it, man, because why? They require faith, you know, to have a stance against that. The mark of the beast, which is an RFID chip. See, they require a stance of faith, all right, to push our people in the mind frame not to take that, man. You know, it's easy to say it's not the microchip because now you ain't got to apply faith. You can just take the chip and continue on with society, man. You see, when it comes to things that require faith, that's when you see camps buckling up, man. You know, and I say you believe who you want to, man. You know, we just gonna push the doctrine according to what we believe, man. You know, but you see these guys when it comes to things that require faith. You know, these are tough guys. These are guys talking about slapping people. You see, talking about getting in the ring. Yeah, these same guys. But then when it comes to talking about applying faith and requiring faith, you know, they backpedaling, man. You know.
This is Ephesians 2 and 8. For by grace are ye saved.
Yeah, through grace, because we're in the grace period now. You know, and it's the things that we're doing in the grace period, you know, that's what's going to be pleasing to the Lord. All right. So it's important in this grace period that we become better, man. You know, we supposed to grow. We supposed to constantly grow. We supposed to constantly being sharpened in the spirit, man, within this grace period, man. You know, go ahead.
For by grace are ye saved through faith.
Yeah.
And that you're not yourself. It is a gift of the Most High.
It is a gift for the Most High, man. You know, you have to be born with it. Matter of fact, get that in Sirach 1. And it's Sirach 1 and 14. You know, because it's with the elect. You know, it just has to be tapped into. Our pure minds had to be stirred up by this word. Our faith was activated by this true word, man. You know? Go ahead.
Sirach 1 and 14, it says, fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yep.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb.
It was created with the faithful in the womb. All right? Like it just said, you know, faith, which is a gift. You know? And it was created with the faithful in the womb. You know, the fear of the Lord, which is the beginning of wisdom, man. You know? So, it was created with the faithful in the womb. Hebrew, so the elect was already predestined. You was born the elect. You know, you didn't become the elect. You know, hey, if Lord willing we endure, we was born the elect. You know, our pure minds was just stirred up. You know, at a certain point, you know, within our walk, man. You know, let me get that Hebrew 11 and 1.
All right, Hebrews 11 and 1. It said, now faith is the substance of all things hoped for,
Yep.
the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, because like I say, we gotta keep going back to it because dealing with these situations that we in now, you know, we finna, you know, forsake everything, man. You know, but we don't see exactly how the Lord gonna feed us, man. We don't see exactly how the Lord gonna protect us, man. You know, but through faith, we know He gonna do it. You see, and we gonna walk by faith. You know, we're gonna make decisions based on faith. You know, and this finna be far out to a lot of people, man. This gonna be looked at as crazy, you know, but it's gonna take extreme faith, you know, in order to tap into their favor, you know, that's promised from on high. Go ahead.
And it says, for by it the elders obtained a good report.
Yep, our forefathers, you know, when you read in the scriptures, you read all these different stories. Daniel had faith. 3 Hebrew boys had faith. Elijah, faith. You know, Jacob, all these men showed faith, man. David, King David, faith, man.
Noah.
You see, Noah, faith. You know, we're just going to go into it. You see, and then even our apostles and elders of today, you know, being out there that many years, not missing, you know, a year, man. You know, not taking no breaks, all seasons. You see, the tribulation, the 2000, year 2000, when a lot of jakes fell off, you know, after the 9/11 situation, they was put in prison. You see, they got a good report through faith, man. What inspired them to keep going, man? It was the faith within them, man. You know, so our apostles and elders have a good report through faith. You know,
If the apostle didn't have faith in Yahweh Shai, they were like, I guess he ain't come save, but he ain't gonna do this. They would fill out. You know what I'm saying? But they got faith in Yahweh Shai. Cause guess what? They still been going 35, 20 something, 25 to 30 some year plus. They been still going. So they got faith in Yahweh Shai. And I feel to me, I feel like the Lord is with them, bro. With them apostles. I feel like the Lord with them. Because, like I said, they ain't take no break. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They just...
It never stopped.
It never stopped, so...
It never changed the doctrine.
Yeah.
You know?
So I feel like the Lord with them.
Yeah, bro. And not only that, they even increased.
That's right.
You know? Because they, like, when they said it was time for brothers to do a video a day, they had been doing it. You know? They been increasing, man. You know, so how much more as younger men should we be on more fire, man? You know, we should be on the front line every day with them, man. You know?
Especially, you know, they ain't, like I said, they ain't go to no other countries. And you see how the Lord with them? Got GMS holler.
Everywhere.
They everywhere.
Yeah, and they stayed at one spot.
That's right, so.
How you know it's working?
That's right. They you know, it just, I can't say nothing bad about the apostles at all. I wouldn't. But you other camps that talk bad about the apostles and the other GMS, y'all wrong. Y'all off. Yeah, how about Shah is dealing with the apostles, man, the elders, the GMS, man. We see it. We see it by that word, and I just see it, man. I'm just telling you how I feel though.
All believers see.
Man,
Whole
see.
You know, and it's to a point now where, you know, we ain't here to persuade nobody.
That's right.
You know, you see it or don't. You know, we gonna keep moving forward, man. You know, you got to.
It said 3. It said through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High.
Yeah, we believe that this was spoken into existence. Everything that we see, you know, it was spoken into existence, man. You know, by the Most High, bring forth Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Shai, you know, bring forth, you know, the first fruit, you know, those 144,000 spirits, you know, then the nation of Israel, then, you know, just creating everything, man. You know, everything was formed, by how by Shema Shai. He is, man. You know, and we believe that through faith, man. We don't know Big Bang Theory. We know the creation story. All right, through faith, man. Because even if you say you believe in the Big Bang or evolution or billions of years, the only thing you got to believe on is faith. Who was back there that came and told you something, man?
Yeah.
Who's 2 billion years old telling you what happened? No, you have to believe that through faith, man, whatever it is. But through faith, we believe the creation story of the scriptures, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Alright. And it says, so that things which are seen were not made to things which do appear.
Yep, go ahead.
4. It says, by faith Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
Yeah, because Abel was obedient.
Yep.
He gave the right sacrifice, man. And we come in the stead as Abel. You see, we giving the right sacrifice. This is a spiritual altar, man. And the sacrifice, is this true doctrine. It's this new song, man. Sacrificing our time, our energy into this, man. All right, we come in the stead giving and offering a right sacrifice, man.
Cain didn't.
Yep, came through. Which later became Jacob and Esau. You see, go ahead.
It says, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Yep, go ahead.
The Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaking.
Go ahead.
By faith Enoch had translated that he should not see death.
Hey, by faith, because when you go into Enoch, matter of fact, get Wisdom of Solomon 4, and just go into it, which way you get the word Hanan, you get Hanukkah, which goes to dedication, man. All right, Enoch was dedicated to righteousness, man. You get Wisdom of Solomon 4, I'm going to say 12, start with 12.
This Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 12. For the bewitched of the Naughtiness.
Started at 10.
This Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 10. He pleased the Most High. He was beloved of him, so that living among sinners he would translate.
Yeah, so it spoke of Enoch. He said he pleased the Most High and was beloved of him. And thou would die. All right, showing you that Enoch was a part of that house of David, man. Thou would die in the Hebrew. Is beloved. Which is translated to David in the English. You see, he was beloved, man. He's part of the house of David, the elect, man. Go ahead.
Verse 11. He is speedily
Yep.
was he taken away, lest the wickedness shall alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
Yeah, so he was taken away from a wicked society. And why was he taken away? Because he pleased the Most High. In the midst of wickedness, he stayed faithful unto the ways of righteousness, man. All these stories, these particular men, that's telling the story of the elect, man. Abel, through faith, he offered up a righteous sacrifice. Enoch, through faith, he stayed righteous within the wicked society, man. Go ahead.
By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
Yep.
And was not found, because the Most High had translated him.
Yep.
Before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High.
He had a testimony that he pleased the Most High, man. And that's the confirmation we want. Our life is based on being pleasing unto Yahweh Shema Shai now. So we can be translated from this wicked society, man, through the deliverance, man. Even in death, man. That's the Lord taking the elect away from this wicked society just to bring them back immortal, man. At the return of Yahweh, man. So we want our life to be pleasing unto Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Go ahead.
6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him.
Yep.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
Yep.
And that he is
Yeah, so first off, we have to believe that He is, man. You know, it's the beginning. You know, understanding that He is, man. That cancels out the doubt. You know, you have people saying, "What if they hold me down and make me take the chip?" Well, isn't the Most High? He is, man. You think He doesn't have control? You know, whether or not you get held down. You know, whether or not the troops kick in your door and make you take the vaccine, man. He is. He's in control of all these scenarios, man. And that casts out the doubt. You see, that's the power of faith, man. It cuts out the what if, man. You know, if we're doing the right thing to the best of our ability, striving for righteousness, man, the Most High is gonna take care of everything else, man. You know, matter of fact, it did in 1 Peter 5 and I believe 7. Yeah.
This 1 Peter 5. Yeah, 1 Peter 5 and 7.
Yep.
Casting all your care upon Him.
Yep.
For He cared for you.
Yep. Hey, cast your care upon Him because He cared for you. You see? So when we have this understanding, we know that all we can do is cast our care, these little worries that we have, we cast it upon Him, man. You know, because He cared for us, man. He's really, involved in the situation of the elect, man. Whatever your situation is, if you're a member of the elect, the Most High is involved in that, man. You know, He's involved in everything, but there's a special care that He has for His elect, man. You know, go ahead.
Hebrews 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went.
Yo, hey, cause we have the same story as Abraham, man. Because Abraham, father, Terah, he was into idolatry. You see? But Abraham, Most High separated Abraham from his family, to deal with him. You see? And to open them up to the promise, man. Just like us, man. We came up as Christians. We came up in all these different religions, but the Most High, He separated us from our family, and we went into a way that we didn't know. Right. We didn't fully understand this thing, but we had already separated, from Christianity before we even fully knew what we was into, man.
You knew that wasn't right.
Yep.
We gotta get away from this.
Yep.
Something ain't right with it.
Yep. So we come in the stead of Abraham, man. We were separated, and we began this journey, not even knowing fully what this was about, man. But through faith, man, we knew that there was something to this, man. Go ahead.
Man. It says, by faith he sojourned in the land of promise.
Yep.
And in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacle with Isaac and Jacob.
Yep.
The heirs of him of the same promise.
Yep. Isaac and Jacob, the heirs of the promise, man. So showing you who the promise is for, man. Who is to, man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Ain't nothing else you can add to or take away, man. Go ahead.
10, it says, for he looked for a city which had foundation, whose builder and maker is Most High.
Yep. Hey, and that's really, us being changed, man. Because the scriptures talk about how, we have bodies, made without hand. Speaking of nothing of this earth, man. Because Esau trying to tap into immortality with transhumanism and, human upgrade. No, man, we have a body that's not made by earthly hands. You see? And that's what we look forward to get these new bodies, man. That immortality, because that's part of their promise, man. Go ahead.
11, it said, through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed.
Go ahead.
And was delivered a child when she was past age.
Yep.
Because she judged him faithful who had promised.
Hey, so even Sarah believed. Hey, Sarah believed, that the Most High was faithful. She said, it says when she was past age because she judged him faithful who had promised, man, the Most High. You see? Go ahead.
12, it says, therefore, sprang there even of one, and him as good as they, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore.
Yeah, because the great nation of Israel came through that lineage, dealing with Abraham, and that one man, all right, has now through his lineage, man, populated the earth, man. But it all started through what? Faith, man. Go ahead.
By the seashore in numeral. 13 says, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off,
Yep.
and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers of pilgrims of the earth.
Yep. So now we have this understanding that this ain't the end all be all. Through faith, we see past this place. So now we move like pilgrims on earth, man. We're not trying to establish nothing and build legacies within this society, man. We have a mind frame like a pilgrim now. We're not going to be here, all right? We finna go, So everything is based in faith, man. All these great men that we read about, these stories, the bottom line is that what separated them from everyone else on earth is their faith, man. Matter of fact, read 7. Yeah, skip 7.
7?
Yeah, go back to 7.
Alright, by Noah.
Yeah.
7, Hebrews 11 and 7 says, by faith, Noah being warned of the Most High of things not seen.
Yeah, Noah being warned of the Most High by things not seen. Noah was warned about rain. And this time we're being warned about nuclear destruction.
Right.
And both of those were things not seen. Who seen nuclear destruction that took away whole countries, man? That hasn't been seen before, man. Just nuclear missiles, winds of nuclear missiles just hit. So just as Noah prophesied about rain that wasn't seen, that was going to destroy, the masses of the earth. Now we're being warned. We have been warned about the destruction, and now we're preaching and warning our people, based on faith. We have believed, therefore have I spoken, man. Go ahead.
By faith, Noah being warned by the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Yeah, he said he was moved with fear. His faith, because when you believe what you read, it make you move with fear, man. You move with fear, man. The Most I tell you about being lukewarm, about that half-assed spirit, the adultery, all these things that we read about, and what happens, the consequences, man, that makes us move with fear. Faith produces fear, and fear produces faith, man. They work together. Go ahead.
It says, prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Go ahead.
By which he condemned the world, and became heir of righteousness by righteousness with which is by faith.
And he became an heir of righteousness, which is by faith, man. Have not the Lord chosen the poor of this world rich in faith to be heirs, all right, of the promise? You see? They're rich in faith, man. That's what's going to get us over in these times, man. That's how we're going to maneuver and be stable in these times, man, is through faith, man. So faith is a power, and it's going to increase, man. And it's important that we be aware, like we picking up on everything, because the Most High is always throwing faith boosters out, man. If you're looking at everything through a spiritual eye, that's why it's important to be tapped into this, man, glued into this, man, because if you off, in something else, man, you missing these faith boosters, that's supposed to be building us up into the time we're finna come into, man. That was it.
Yeah, I got one, bro. And this is 2 Timothy 11. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we should also live with him.
Yeah, if we be dead with him, because you look into it, you know, what ambition should we have in this world, man? You know, what things should we be, you know, striving for within this world, man? Because pretty much our daily bread is set out for us, you know. So what should we be striving for within this society, man? We dead to this, man. There's nothing here to strive for, man. You know, we adults, so you know we got bills and we got things we gotta handle, man. But for us just going that extra mile, you know, to try to climb, you know, the ladder, you know, no, man. All right, we dead to this, man, because we want to reign with Yahweh Shai, man. You know,
like you said at the beginning, when told him go sell whatever, told the guy go sell whatever we got, but he had no faith in that. And when we doing it, the brother put off nice job, you know, in the field, you know what I'm saying? Career, the brother doing that to follow Yahweh Shem Shai, and Lord see that, He see that. And we gave up everything because we put faith in Yahweh Shai. And Lord, we be poor leg, you know. He told we deliver us, basically. Verse 12: if we suffer, we should also reign with Him. If we deny Him, He also will deny us.
If we deny Him, He would deny us, man. You know, and the main way to deny Him is when you lose the faith, man.
Yeah.
You know, because He wants you to believe fully in Him.
Yeah.
You know, and I say you don't. You know, it's a form of denial, man. That lack of faith. You see, you denying that He is, man.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the first commandment. Do not have other power before me. He wants you to believe and give you all to Yahweh Shem Shai. That's it. Faith, and everybody don't have it. Everybody faith is different.
Yeah, some people have more than others.
That's right.
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
He sprinkled everybody with some of it. You know,
Right.
some of you might have this much, you might have this much. You know what I mean? And I don't know. In a sense, the Most High looked out for everybody. He gave everybody they certain things and whatnot. But then in a sense, somebody might look at you and be like, man, he ain't got no faith. He doing this. You know what I'm saying? No, he doing it. You know what I'm saying? But actually, he probably got it. He just ain't got it to the match you got it. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their portion though. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing and it's thankful. You know, you supposed to be, you know, with the amount that you got. You know what I mean?
Maximize your portion.
Yeah. But to your portion, go to the max with it though.
Without Down Thomas, he didn't. He had faith, but he didn't have that much faith like the rest of them.
He
So
want to see. You know
right, yeah. You know, so that's how some of us are though. So that's it, bro. You know, that's what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see. I want to see.
Right.
That was written.
Yeah.
You know, that was written. You know, for our learning.
Uh-huh.
You know, dealing with tongues.
Yeah.
You know, so I say every brother, you know, got their portion of faith. You know, every believer has their portion of faith. You know, and as we in the time now, you know, maximize on whatever portion there is. And it takes, you know, just like you do anything else, it's repetition, man.
Yeah.
You know,
And pray for more faith.
pray for more
Right.
faith. You know, repetition increase, man. You know, that was it.
Alright, with that, hope brothers and sisters was edified, and first and foremost, like to give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and love and say to the brothers that teaching the word of sincerity and in truth all across the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom. Stop.